Hi, welcome to Another Year Boulder. My name is Jamie. I am currently on a 100+ pound weight loss journey following the Diet for Life method by Robert Ferguson. Today, I'm going to be making some really quick and easy fat burning meals that I love and my husband loves as well. But before I do that, I wanted to give you a quick update. I am starting a new job this week, so I have some training that I'll be going through. I'll actually be going through training for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So my posting schedule is normally Thursdays and Saturdays. It's going to switch to Thursdays and Sundays just to allow me time to finish my training courses and get all of that done. And I still want to be able to film and edit for you. So if you've been here for a while, thank you for your patience and understanding. That is why this video is coming out on Sunday instead of Saturday, if I can talk like it normally would. Now, if you're ready for those fat burning meals, stay tuned. Today I am making a super easy, quick fat burning meal because I'm hungry. So you can see I have some pickles and olives. Those are going to be some of my slow carbs. I have some Cuban bread with mayonnaise and mustard on it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this shredded lettuce right here. So let me go ahead and get some of that on there. And I have Cajun deli turkey from the deli. It's really good. It's some of my favorites. So I'm going to add that next. And I'm going to do 2 slices of it, I think. Yeah. All right. I got 2 slices of the Cajun deli turkey. I've got some white American cheese. I'm going to put just a little bit more shredded lettuce on top. See if I can get smaller shredded pieces. And I'm throwing it all around. So don't pay attention to that. All right. I got some more lettuce on there. I'm going to add some tomatoes. Try to add 4 little slices, see if I can do that. There we go. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. And to me, this is better than going to Subway because it's your homemade sub. You made it just how you like it. All right, here you go. You have it all finished. So the slow carbs are the pickles, the olives, the lettuce, and tomatoes. The fast carb is the Cuban bread. And then the protein is the Cajun turkey. And I might add 1 more slice to that just to make sure I have enough protein. But I love this fast carb meal. It's very easy, nothing you have to cook. The only thing I did was I put the Cuban bread in the microwave for about 10 seconds just because I like my bread a little bit warm. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. I hope you do too. Today I'm going to be making some oven baked burgers. I've got the oven set to 350 degrees. They're going to cook for about 22 minutes, 11 minutes on each side. And then I'm going to cook them again long enough just to melt the cheese on top. I'm pretty sure I've shown this to you before, but I'm going to go ahead and show you again. Before I season, I do put a spoon indent the best I can on them. And what this is going to do is help them from bubbling up when they cook. Otherwise, you're going to get a really big lump right there. And I still may get one, but this is just going to help it from being too big. You can see some of them are still just a little bit frozen. So the indent is very, very tiny, which is why I said I may still have some that bubble over, but that's okay. I did go ahead and season the other side just to make this go a little quicker. But I always put Montreal steak seasoning. It's by McCormick's if I'm not mistaken. It's one of my favorite. It has lots of flavor in it. And I will probably make a mess and get seasoning all over the oven because that's just how I go. And that's okay. All right. So I have Montreal seasoning. I have garlic powder, sea salt. I've got Cajun seasoning, which is Tony Chachere's. Anytime I say Cajun seasoning, it's Tony Chachere's. I got black pepper, and then I have some parsley. My husband and I love parsley, so we put that on everything. And this is the garlic powder. You could put garlic salt if you want, but because I'm going to use sea salt, I'm not going to do that. I don't want it overly salted. Here's the sea salt now. And then while this is baking, what I'm going to do is prep all of my veggies. I've got some tomatoes, strawberries, cucumbers, blueberries, some lettuce, onion. Because, I put way too much on that one. That one's going to have to be my husband's. I do want to eat a salad with mine. That'll be my slow carbs. My husband will probably have a salad and chips because that's how he likes it. And on my hamburger itself, I like to put lettuce, tomatoes, and onions on there, along with some mayonnaise, some mustard, and of course some cheese. All right, so this is, my oven's ready. This is the black pepper, and then the last thing I'm gonna add is the parsley, and then these are gonna go in the oven. this round. They were actually in there for probably about 17 to 18 minutes because I was in the middle of cutting strawberries and I didn't want to stop. And you can see they're still not done. So what I would say is 350 for 30 minutes, 15 minutes on each side. Make sure that they're really good and cooked, or even 30 to 35 minutes. My husband does not like our meat with any kind of blood or red in the side. So I have to make sure that these are cooked pretty well done. Otherwise he won't eat them. It's just something he doesn't like. These are looking really good, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my cheese on there. They were in the oven for probably about 35 minutes. So 350 at 35 minutes, just because I'm trying to make sure that they don't have as much red inside. Now these still will have it, but when my husband gets home from work tonight, he'll warm it up in the microwave and that'll take care of the little bit of red that's in there. I don't mind it. So I usually leave it like this. And that way, when he makes his dinner, it'll be good for him. And all I'm doing, if I haven't said it, is using white American cheese by Land O'Lakes. It's my favorite cheese to put on hamburgers. You can use cheddar, whatever you want. This is just what I'm doing. So I did switch the oven oil over to broil. I'm going to put this on the top shelf. That way the cheese gets broiled in a little bit faster. I'm already done with all my prep for my produce, so I'm going to make a salad really quick. Well, while I was making my salad, I completely forgot that they were in the oven on broil. So I did burn the cheese a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. I'm still going to eat it regardless, and I know my husband will too. I do already have my salad made, and I am going to use these butter buns. It's the only ones I found. Well, not the only brand, but the only ones I found that don't have seed oil. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to warm up my buns in the microwave for a little bit, and then I'll get the burger ready. I am going to go ahead and dress my burger. I do have somebody screaming in the hallway, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. I can't change it. It's already happening. First thing I'm going to do is put lettuce, and I just have green leaf lettuce right here. It's already chopped up and ready to go. It's the same thing that's in my salad. I have green leaf, and I have a spring mix. So I've got that, and then I'm going to stick a really big tomato on top to hold my lettuce down. There we go. And now I'm going to add my burger on top of it. And then I'm going to put my onion on the other side. Just trying to find a small onion. Well, it's not too small, but you know what? It'll work. There we go. Sorry, I had to cut the last video short. The guy was screaming even louder, so I went to check to make sure everything was okay. It's all good. This is going to be my fat burning meal for lunch. The fast carb is going to be the bread. The slow carb is going to be the lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and onions. The meat, the protein, is going to be the hamburger patty. The fat is the cheese. The condiment is the mayonnaise, the mustard, which you can't see, and the salad dressing. And the salad dressing is just balsamic vinaigrette dressing. Fortunately, it does contain seed oils in it. I am trying to find a recipe that does not have that in it. That way I can make it myself because I can't find any in the store that don't have it. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. I am going to make some Pita Pizzas as a fat burning meal. I did an online grocery order and somehow I ended up with a Mexican street corn salad mix. So we may make that on the side for the slow carbs. But I've got some sweet onion pitas here. We've never had the sweet onions before, so I thought we would try it. You can use any kind of shredded cheese you want. I usually use mozzarella, but I forgot to buy some, so I'm going to use the sharp cheddar. And then I have some pepperoni slices right there. Normally, I do use ground sausage, but they were out of the kind that I normally use. So for a substitute, this is what they gave me. I'll take it. I'll make it work. I'll just cut it in slices. Then I have some sliced mushrooms, which would also be a slow carb. And I have some Newman's Own marinara. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up these sausages into smaller slices and then cook them. And then I'll get started on the pizza pitas. And I'll show you how to do that. I decided to take this sausage out of the skin casing and go ahead and just ground it up like regular ground sausage. We can make either some egg burritos with the sausage later, or we can just have some more pizza pitas. Either way, it's a win-win. All right, while the sausage is cooking on the stove, I've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and start making the rest of these. What I have is the pitas are turned upside down, and I'm going to put the marinara sauce on the bottom. I'm just using a spoon You can put as much or as little as you want, but it really doesn't take that much. And just kind of spread it as close to the edges as you can get, or as close to the edges as you want. My husband wants 2 of these. I only want 1 because I think I am going to go ahead and have that little salad with it. But honestly, the pita with the mushrooms is a fat burning meal because the pita is the fast carb. The mushrooms will be the slow carb.
For this
The
next session, I'm gonna go ahead
sausage
and
and
put on the
pepperoni will be the protein,
pepperonis
and the
and the
cheese will be the
mushrooms. My
condiment.
husband is still cooking the sausage. I don't know why, but
And
the
then,
sausage was really,
honestly,
really
this
tough.
marinara
It
sauce
was
is a
very
slow carb
hard
too because
for
it's made of
me to
tomatoes.
cook, so he
So
took
it
over
is
that role
technically
just because I
already
couldn't.
set as a
So
fat burning
again,
meal.
working on the pepperoni, and then you're gonna
All
see
right,
me do
I've
the
got them all
mushrooms here in
covered
just a
in
few minutes. And
marinara,
those
so I'm going to go
pepperonis
ahead
were
and add a
sticking
little bit of
together,
cheese. You can
so
see
I was
that I
having a
didn't
heck of a
overload them in
time getting them
marinara.
out of the
So you don't
bag
want to put too
and
much on there,
on
but you
to
do
the
want to put
pizzas
enough to lightly
themselves.
cover it. And you're just going to sprinkle the cheese however you want. I am going to season this with a little bit of parsley once I get everything on there. And my husband is going to work on the sausage for me because it's killing my hand. So he's going to take over that. All right, the sausage is done. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit on each one, not too much, because again, like I said, you don't want to overload it. It will get a little soggy. And this is going to go in the oven at 400 degrees. You can cook it anywhere from 11 to 15 minutes. I'm going to do 15 minutes because I like the crust of my pitas to be crunchy. I don't like them to be soggy or not cooked enough for me. Okay, so I've got it with the pepperoni, the sausage, the mushrooms, the cheese, the marinara sauce, and then of course the pita. Again, 400 degrees, 11 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna do 15 minutes to make it crunchier. Okay, the pita pizzas are done. As you can see, I plated 2 of them for my husband, and this one is gonna be for me over here by itself. I did decide I don't want the salad. This is a fat burning meal all on its own. If I feel I want more, I may add some apricots. But I think I'm just gonna eat this because the mushrooms are on there. So the pita is the fast carb. The mushrooms are the slow carb. The protein is the pepperoni and the sausage. The fat is the cheese, and then the sauce is more like a slow carb as well. I did decide to go ahead and put the apricots on there. So the apricots are just an additional slow carb because really the mushrooms weren't a big enough portion of slow carbs. And I am hungry, so I'll definitely eat it. Now, I have not tried these pita pizzas with the sweet onion pitas, so I'm going to let you know what I think. Okay, I'm about to try it. Hopefully it's cooled down enough and I'm not going to burn the top of my mouth. We'll see. It's just as good as it always is. And to be honest with you, I can't tell that it's a sweet onion pita at all. But it is delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this meal. I hope you like it. And if you ever try it, let me know.
I do want to say that we did end up, or I did anyway, I don't know about my husband, tasting the sweet onion in the pita pizzas, and it was really good. It took a few bites, and then you started to get that flavor in. It wasn't overly powerful, it was just like a light hint. And I think going forward, I will use the sweet onions for my pita pizzas. They are new to me, so not really familiar with them. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click that notification bell. See you next time.